Good morning. It's April 2nd, 2025. Can you believe it? It's April. We're into the fourth month of 2025 already, guys. How's your business doing? I definitely want more eBay sales. I definitely want more sales in my retail store. So we got to keep working on it. I'm down here packing up 4 items that sold on eBay. I sold a cassette tape, a CD, and a book. And then I sold a book lot. So let's talk about the book lot. It's Julia Cameron. She wrote this really, really popular book called The Artist's Way, which I don't want to pull out. The Vein of Gold is another one. Oh, let's see. It's under there. It's about writing and self-discovery and that kind of stuff. This is a lot of her books. There are 6 books of hers, and these came from those 34 boxes of books that were donated to me a little while ago. I don't know, within the last month or so. All of these books, 6 books, sold for $27.99 plus shipping. Did not take very long for them to sell. Based on my research, I saw that people really enjoy her books, period. But especially when you put a bunch of them together, they can have an instant little collection or library to read her books. So not a bad sale. And that came from donation, a large donation of books. Now, this one I got in 2023. This one I got in 2023. Let's see. This was from a donation in 2021, which is just crazy. But it sold for $10.26 plus shipping, train, Drops of Jupiter, cassette tape. Would I list it again? No. I put it in my store. But it sold. And this one sold. This is from 2023 from a bunch of Gaylords. This is actually it was called a mail order exclusive CD. It's disc A. Apparently there's a disc B. And this one sold for $11 plus shipping. And this one was 50% off. I'm running a sale. And then this one was 29% off. This I got in October of 2023. It was a donation. It sold for $29.81 plus shipping. A spiral staircase by Ethelina White. So a vintage paperback book. Really nice sale. And donation from someone that has donated tons of books to me. So nothing like major in terms of big time sales, but you can string together these good sales. $30 sale, another $28 sale. Just keep on pushing, keep on, number 1, taking offers, number 2, running promotions on your items, and number 3, running discount sales. You do those 3 things, and of course take good photos, and of course put keywords in the titles, and price things to sell. And you can get lots of sales on eBay if you're selling stuff, or you're doing all those things, and of course they're items that people want. So here's if you're driving east towards where my store is, and this is exactly why I put signs out on the street. Of course, I don't have the signs out yet because I'm about to get there. But it's up here on the right, before the light. Right in this, third driveway. And that's why I put signs right here so people see it, because obviously the building is just a unassuming commercial building that no one would think there would be a, what do you call it? A store. And that, unfortunately, is the kind of nonsense you have to deal with a storage unit and a car parked just sitting there all the time where my store is, taking up space. But yet, here's my store, tucked away. We go in where it's dark. And then because I've done this so many times, I can just reach over to the wall, turn on the lights, and voila. So now I'm going to open up, put the signs out, and get to work on this kind of fun stuff. I'm actually excited about going through all of this. All right, so today, make sure my microphone's on. Today I was only in the warehouse here for about 3.5 hours. And as you can see, I went through those CDs, or at least I started that process. Here they are. Here are the empty tubs. There's 2 tubs there. These were for trade, so there's a bunch that I'm going to put in my store, and then there are some I'm going to look up to see if they're worth more than what I charge in the store, and etc. Or if there's anything that I can sell online. I'm probably going to do some lots. There's many of the same genre and from the same era, and it's a certain genre. So, like as an example, R&B I don't sell very much of, but I have a ton of it on the in my on my CDs with my CDs. That's all R&B from there. So almost 4 complete shelves of R&B, but I rarely sell it. So yeah, and I have some artists in here in my selection that are in that CD, trade that I'm doing, that I can probably pull, create some lots, and put them on eBay. So what I'm thinking is to do, as an example, 1990s R&B or 2000s R&B, but with a lot of, so like one artist, but I'll have a bunch of different artists, but a lot of the artists will have multiple CDs in the lot. So it won't just be one, it'll be like 4 from this artist, 3 from that artist, 5 from this artist, 2 from them, 6 from them, etc. So that I have a bunch and it's from the same era, etc. That's the idea. And there's a bunch that I'll be able to put in my store, but I don't think, just by looking at a lot of the CDs that I'm going to look up on Amazon and possibly on eBay, I don't believe there's that many that will be selling individually on either Amazon or eBay. You never know, of course, because there's so many, and I've seen so many, thousands and tens of thousands of CDs over the last 10 plus years, plus, of course, personally having seen tons of CDs, collecting myself. I've seen a lot. I've seen a lot of CDs. So similar to books and everything else, but there are many CDs, many genres. So I'm always frequently coming across new ones, but you never know. So I will go through that tomorrow. I'll finish this tomorrow for sure. And then I will dive into those 8 tracks, which is going to be fun, to look some of those up and see what I can possibly get, put those in a lot. And then, and then I can move on to the VHS tapes. But that's what I did today. Wednesdays, today is Wednesday, by the way. I already mentioned that, but it's still Wednesday. I mentioned that when I was down earlier this morning, shipping stuff. But it's still Wednesday, and it was super slow. I'm only open 2.5 hours. I was here 3.5 hours, and no customers today. I know it's crazy, right? But that just happens. That's why I continue to work on building my customer base so that it is larger. And I kind of look at it like this. The less days you're open, typically the smaller customer base you have, because unless you are spending a lot of money on marketing, or you are just amazing at getting free marketing publicity, either through social media or any other way, or you're in an area where there's tons of people that go there, then it's hard to build up that clientele because you're not open that often. But if you're open more hours, what I found is people find me, right? And it's either driving by and seeing my physical signs at the entryway, or it's looking online on their phone, searching for a bookstore, a music store, a movie store, video game store, whatever, physical media, all that kind of stuff, vinyl records, I'll pop up and they'll find me and I'll be open, versus, I'm not open. And then they'll I'll come back another day, and they don't never come back. So I've always believed that, and I've always seen that the more days I open, the more people that find me. And so my clientele, my customer base has grown in that way, which has been great. So Wednesdays, I'm not open that many hours, so people tend to not find me. And also a lot of people are driving around midday, around lunch, after lunch, early afternoon. That's when I get a lot of people typically finding me, not usually earlier in the morning. So anyway, so that's what's happening. But I am definitely heading for opening more hours. And I think, well, my plan is to start that in the summer and then continue to go with that because my kids, anyway, without getting into great detail, one of my kids is going to go to a different school, different schedule. My other kid is going to have the same schedule where they get out 2:40. But what's more likely going to happen is I'm going to be open till 4:30 to 5, depending. And then he'll just stay here with me for those last couple of hours. Remember, I talked about being open from 10 to 5 Monday through Friday. I might end up being 10 to 4:30 because of stuff going on around 5 o'clock that I have to go do, but it's still more hours. And I talked about hiring somebody to pick up those extra hours. But if I can do it on my own and grow the business that way, get to the point of where I can hire somebody to help out beyond just Saturdays. But anyway, I got to go pick up my kids. I will see you in the next video. Keep pushing, keep working hard.